Hello Nifty, welcome to Nifty Alpha Trader. Phew, today was amazing. Amazing in the sense the profits I made are killing. So let me stream what profits I made today. And I want to take a clear disclaimer that I'm not a bearish trader, but now let me display. Ta-da! So these are these are huge profits which I am in right now. Okay, let me show you what happened overall. DLF happened and Nifty happened. So if you see Nifty overall, let's not see Nifty first. Firstly, let's see what happened to DLF all of a sudden. So DLF fell from this height, which was almost in a safe zone, and within like okay, let us give a clear clarity what happened. So within within 30 minutes, like 35 minutes, or let's go to 1 minute chart. Okay, 1 minute chart. So I would say how breakouts work. So it took a breakout here, and after this it fell almost to 139 within 24 minutes, right? That is minus 7%, that is fall of 7% within last 1 hour of the session. It fell and it again grew. This is what exactly happened, and the losses were huge. Now if you see what the realized profits look like, or loss P&L statement, it looks something like wow. Okay. Now why I want to say is I have done all the adjustments here, but I have not added only single position which I'm moving for tomorrow, and will be holding this for next 1 month. So that's what I'm going to do, and will do adjustments on top of this. But ultimately DLF was really huge and it impacted a lot. So I'll add it here, creating this. Good thing is I've exited multiple positions. Let me give you in detail, but first let's add this DLF tomorrow's date, not today's date, because this will be carried for tomorrow. So if we just add this, it changes everything. It changes almost everything whichever we have in virtual trade. So if you're seeing, we are basically an unrealized loss of 27,000, and minus 2,000 is what our total losses. Amazing. So whatever profits we have made with a huge fall of 7%, everything is wiped in just a single day. But still, I'm saying that this is an unrealized profit and loss. It might be much worse. Fingers crossed. I don't want to tell like how worse it can be, more worse it can be, but let's see what happened now. So when the day started, let me go with the transaction details. Okay. Let me go with the transaction details. So first, when the day started, I actually sold DLF 400p. Why did I sell 400p? Because yesterday, if you have noticed, I have told that when it's crossing 127 zone, I will take a P, right? That's the only thing which I told. So it crossed 125 and I waited for some time. It crossed 127, I waited, and then again took it once it touched that zone. Cool. So now this is what's happening. So market went up, down, again might go up, but we are screwed if it goes up. So ultimately, what's happening here? So if I show you the analysis, let me show you the trades first. So I've taken this trade when it went up, that is exactly at 424. I waited for some time and it was still going up and going up. So I've taken 3.35 for comparatively fine, not so great. If you are looking, I'll show you here in the market, 1 day chart. Let me show here. Today DLF around, yep, here it was trading in opening. It opened as a normal, not as a gap up, but with, it opened somewhat like above what our range was. Like yesterday we were saying that if it crosses 425, we would basically add a hedge, and that's what I've done. Like when it fell down, I was like waiting for this, and then it kept on going up, so I added a hedge here, and then it kept on going up. I was fine until then, and it fell down. I was like waiting to expire at 425 range. I was expecting the same expiry, that is 425, and suddenly what happened, it was in a smooth trend, and then all of a sudden bam. So I expected the fall to be around a safe level, that is this level, around 415 level or 410 level most probably. So what happened is immediately it, after falling till 410 level, I've not done aggressive adjustments. I've done some adjustments. Let me show you the adjustments which I've done. Okay, so 12, so here are the adjustments. So what I have done in the morning is I have not done any adjustments since morning in DLF. Till 12:30 there was no adjustments, just relaxing and other things. I closed the Bandhan Bank trade, which was pretty profitable. If I wouldn't have closed, I would have been in a extreme stress right now, because even Bandhan Bank went to minus 2%. If you are seeing the present position, if I, let's see in virtual trade, if I didn't close Bandhan Bank at the present rate, let me do something like this, strategy builder, and then Bandhan Bank original prices which I had today morning, I'll take the same prices. Bandhan Bank, this was my position in Bandhan Bank for the month of Jan. Now if you see, here we had 12 points, which is exactly this one, and we had 4.4 here, which reached to 4.9. So we would be sitting in around, right now we would be making 1.435 loss, but yeah, I mean this is better than, we have made somewhat profits, not exactly great. We would have been in the same position. Let's hope that we didn't lose here as well. So we had made some money here and exited quietly. Why I have done a hedge, I have done far out of the money, strangle just to collect some, but ultimately it was volatile. So even here I've exited at the end of the day to just make sure that DLF trade goes well. So I just wanted to hold DLF for some time. So that's the main motive here, that we have DLF for some time, and then if it goes again to the positive, so hedge it somewhat, but far out of the money options most probably. But still, that moves which has happened today, if it happens even tomorrow, if it gaps up again and comes to the range, we'll be losing big time. But ultimately the main trades which I have to explain are these things, right? So the adjustment trades, what happened here is it when it fell down, we didn't get a right price, we won't get a right price. So I was so where do I want to escape? I wanted to escape somewhere here, but immediately this fall didn't let me exit here. I exited somewhere here where I sold it at 13 or something. So this price which I got here in DLF, if you see, I have where is it buy, where is the buy? So I bought it, I placed it at 13, I was ready even to buy it at 13, but it was available at 12.6. luck here, and then basically sold it much better way, and then escaped. Even in, I've sold one more 450 to hedge this position, and even then it crossed, and again I had to close all these positions. Even this I had to sell here, if you see here, and then again buy, sell a new call. So what I've kept doing is, my initial position was at 450, and then from 450 I have sold one more 450 lot, and then suddenly, because of this down move, my view came till here to hedge right now. So the entire point was to hedge. So this was my entire position is at risk in this position. So what we can actually do, we can, let's say I'll draw a line which can be a risk element which we have to avoid. It shouldn't be going like this now. Shouldn't be going, it can go down. I'm not worried on the downside right now for some time, because I am basically bullish on this trade. But since I've hedged it with two calls, if it moves aggressively, we are going to lose it again. So I don't want to move aggressively, I want it to move smoothly. Like if you are seeing in the previous trades, what happened is, here if you are seeing DLF, it fell down, it moved again drastically up. See, this price is high, so it went up, fell down, went up. This kind of move is what is going to make us is terrible for an option seller. If it was option buyer, he would have made his money back, or with more IV ranges he would have made his money back. But we want it to further fall down. So if once it has fell down, it has to be in this range for some time and then go back up. That is what I am expecting. So it has to fall down for some time at least, and then if it goes up also, I am not worried. But if it doesn't take this gap and immediately gaps up, let's say it fell from here and took a gap up and again a gap up and again a big run, this kind of thing is really scary, which might happen. So market is unpredictable. See, ultimately what I'm doing is I'm sharing my trades, because it has to be known that if we lose, we lose, if we win, we win. But ultimately this is a huge risky trade which I have taken, but so far in minus 2000 loss, which is not at all what we expected. We expected around 60,000 profit this month, but we are sitting at realized profit of 24,000. I guess if it's moving smoothly, because IVs have spiked up, we can exit this position once the IVs are cooling down. And then if you see, if IVs come down, let's say to 40, right now they're in 47, if they come down to 40, I'll be making money immediately the same day. But if you see the historic trend, I don't think DLF will immediately come to 40. I am seeing a chance of IVs to be increased even more drastically, and there will be much drastic moves. If I am lucky, this is the highest IV since a long time. If it's falling down from here, that is when I am relaxed and I can smoothly exit the trade with some profits. I'm expecting the profits to be I'm expecting it to break even, not get huge profits out of this trade, but remove out of the risk. But yet let me show you what's interesting thing in this particular trade. I found something interesting after that is, let's remove all these and concentrate just on this. So if and only if DLF is in this range, we are going to make money. That is, we are going to be positive. How? So if you're seeing here, what we have is a break-even point of 361, which is almost 361 is somewhere here, right? And the upper side, it is also showing something like, on the upside it is showing something like 450, that is this zone. So it should, our trade by the expiry, it should be here. So when is the expiry? The expiry is somewhere within this graph, that is till this graph ends. So let's think for 1 month it is dwelling here, violent moves. then it would be risky. But if it's moving like this and falling slowly and slowly, we'll be in profit zone for a long time. This won't happen for sure in DLF trade, but I'm expecting it has to fall and then pick up and then be in this range and go till here, something similar, but not exactly the same. What I am expecting right now, I don't want to predict, but what I am seriously thinking is, since it fell down such a drastic move even touching the Ichimoku, what I think is it has to be in between this range most of the time. So because if you are seeing here, once it moves down, if it touches this zone, let's see in the past what happened here, right? So it fell down and Ichimoku has it went within this range. If you see RSI and other things also, because it was so bearish, even if we see Nifty now, Nifty would be bearish because of today's move, is clearly indicating that it has to be bearish. And after touching this highs, usually this will act as a bearish move, and then now I probably think it will be touching here, it will be touching here Ichimoku and then moving back. So this will take around a month of time, not immediately. So I'm predicting the same thing with DLF. But what if after this move, usually I don't expect a drastic move in Nifty, but the problem here we have with DLF is DLF is also coming to a phase where it will have even earnings. So this is the biggest challenge which we have. Earnings, it is going to be earnings trade, so it has to be exited by this zone. When it comes to 9th of February, we have to be in profit zone. That's the entire thing about DLF trade. So basically we are in a safe zone until it goes up drastically. So what I'm planning is, if it's going up again tomorrow, if you are seeing the OI, future OI, see this huge build-up of in February month, they already started with a good OI, and this is what I'm thinking to have if it's going up, but not exactly near the money. I would be saying something like this, out of the money. If this is not available for this price, I'm quite sure this won't be available. This is also available at 11 rupees. So probably I would like to take something like this, which are mostly risk free, and see something like this. And let's say if something is available at 500, I'll also be taking that. So I'll be waiting for some period, at least tomorrow or day after tomorrow, so it doesn't gap down. If it gaps down, we can exit with 10,000 loss. Basically tomorrow we can exit rather than having 18,000 loss or 12,000 loss. We can most probably exit at around 10,000 loss. So that would be fine, and we can also add some more calls on the way if it's falling down. But right now it is somewhat risky position, so I'm not going to take any trade even if it's going up or down or anything, because after this volatile move I am not sure like if I can take up. Only if it's crossing 120 zone, if it's in the 120 zone, that is when I'll make a good decision. Until then my brain might not say a good thing to me, anything great to me. So if you're seeing again in 2 hours chart also, it looks like, okay, I'll just carry this here from here. So it has to break this line again, that is 112 zone. That 112 zone is a good zone which it has to break. So I'll take an adjustment trade if it crosses 112 zone. So if you're seeing here again, if it's crossing 112 zone, 112, 113 or 113 would be good, because it is basically showing the present losses, and the prices might come to the ranges which we are expecting. If you're seeing here, this is illiquid because it's already in the money. So there is some good price for this. So let's say if this is coming to 30 rupees, and then if I close this, it can be a better position to have. So let's do something like similar to this, and let's expect this to be in a good range right now. Like if it is illiquid, I can get, if I can get it for 30, it is basically the same price as 18,000 as it's saying. But if it goes to 23,000, I'm fine. If let's keep as one standard deviations tomorrow. So if it's growing, this one standard deviation is terrible sometimes. Yeah, so the one standard deviation at the end of expiry is huge, but if you're seeing till the present expiry, that is, it is in a smooth line. We can basically exit, but I might be traveling sometime, and that is when I won't be having access to my systems. So if anything serious happens, then I can basically close it at 5,000 loss or something. But if the IV crush happens, then we are practically saved. But can't help that. Now coming back to Lupin, what I wanted to do with Lupin and Hero Moto specifically, yesterday I have holdings of Lupin, I have holdings of Hero Moto, so I wanted some kind of profits with the existing positions. I'm in loss right now, so it's not revenge trading, but basically my views were wrong in Hero. I thought after yesterday's breakout, I thought they should move more aggressively, but that didn't happen. So I want that to be covered. So right now it's showing minus 876 loss. That's fine. I don't have to actually hedge this. So I've left this one, and now I'm seeing Lupin. Should I hedge this or not? So I thought let's hedge it, but what happened was again the violent moves today. But actually, if you're seeing theta decay, and this one, tomorrow's theta decay would be helping us. And if you're also looking at the standard deviation, we are in a particularly safer standard deviation zone for tomorrow and day after, and we can close it on Friday most probably with some profits. Or if it's even better, if it's in this range, if it's going up and it's staying at 150 zone, 160 zone, I guess we can exit it on Monday or Tuesday, next Tuesday. But most probably Monday or Friday evening we can close it. And I'm probably thinking to sell Lupin and get into another trade. So let's see. So on all sides we are presently in losses. That has to be clear. We are in losses, and if this losses continue even this month, I mean, if this is not turning into profits, I have to take a leave for a month and then do a proper. So this is not my cup of tea. Like, if you are seeing this huge moves is what I am not experienced to. But even though if it has moved so much, I want to share my opinions in my mind. What was happening when this happened? I was immediately tensed when I saw this move. That is, it was in the money within 1 minute. It was in the money, so I was really tensed in this one. But after that, what I have done is, whatever price I get this for, let's buy it back. Okay, because it's going in the money. In the money is not an issue. But if this is happening, and I have seen Nifty and even that was crashing, so that is when I thought, like, okay, I don't have to do this much risk right now. I have to protect my capital. Protecting the capital is more important than losing this much huge amount. So if it goes further, let's say if it's going to after 190, what is the zone? It can fall down further because it is almost at the support zone. And if it's going to break here, it's going to 372. Without even knowing, we'll be in, if the same position continues, we might be in 1 lakh loss. So that's why I wanted to exit immediately on first the PE side, and then I wanted to a good price. I waited for it. I actually could have got even 10 here, but then it started moving up, and then IV spikes and everything, so I couldn't exit it at 10. If you see, there are people who have also bought it at 10. So if you're seeing here, there are people who have already bought it at here there were people who bought it at 8, there are people who bought it at 9, and who have bought it at 10. So I couldn't buy it. I exited here. So that's basically an issue. Or risk management mein I have kept this risk of this for this month as, so I have kept my risk as in this trade as 3000, but if you're seeing, that has crossed a lot. This trade is going above that. So in this trade I have kept around 10,000, but it has doubled 2.5x of that right now, 2.25x of that. So this is a little disappointing than what I thought, but ultimately if it remains within the zone, to trade within the zone, then I can make somewhat good profits here. But right now I think if I can leave it till expiry, if I have such patience, if I can build such patience, I'll be really good. But I want IV, the only thing which I want is IV to be 40, and then I can smoothly escape. That can happen within 2. If you're looking at the previous past data here in IVs, let's see how much time did it take for that IV to crash. Let's see line candles. So whenever the prices are down in DLF, so whenever the prices are down, the IVs are raising. But this is the highest IV, because if you are seeing, it was always, even if it was down, the IVs went to around 42, right? This time they went to 47, or presently ATMs are at 50, right? So when did that the IVs reduce? Once the stock picked up, the IVs reduced, and sometimes they went to even 30. So let's see how the positions will be at 30, because what I observed is this was a great price where I sold it. First one, 19 is a good price. If the IVs crash, if IVs are at 30, or let's say 35, this is an impressive position. We are already making profit. This there around 1000, which we didn't lose, and this IV crash might give us a good exit. That's the entire story behind what I have taken. So not expecting the IV to crash immediately if there are volatile moves, of course, but within if you're seeing what is the trend of this one, was from December 12th to this one. So every day the IVs won't decrease. So the IVs from peak on 20th, the next day it has come down to 2, and next 2, if the prices are going up, yeah, then fine. So if we see the prices, if it's at 35 and the price is up, right, if the price goes up by, let's say, 14, even then we'll be making profits, because the prices are going up. And with the more number of days we can add till Monday, the IVs, if they are at 40, let's say, and yeah, we can probably exit in profit. This is one thing which I am thinking. If it goes down further, the IVs might be in the same range, or go to 60, or even spike up like huge, and then we might be facing losses. I think most probably this 25,000 would be the max loss which we can keep, or mostly 30,000 can be the max loss which we can keep. After that, we don't have to take this risk, because the ultimate profit probability is this one, and 4:1, but we won't be getting this. So I would say the present position, let's say present position, and go to this one, it is around 73,000. So 1:3 is a risk is to reward. And what if we can add, let's say, one more, February month में ही what if we can add this? That time our risk is to reward is greater, but it has to move positive in an uptrend. It has to go extremely high. So that's the reason which if we can take something like up on upside 10 points and downside 10 points, that would give us a better benefit, like 10% up, 10% down. This will also act as a hedge. So something like this, 11% up and 11% down. If it's going down, it might give us losses. So that's why I'll be waiting for this. And if the IV is reduced, then I'll take a hedge position. And if it's going up, let's see, we'll end up in some kind of profits at least. Yeah, that's it, guys. So I wanted to be transparent about my trades because usually losses are common, and if they are not common, either I am fooling you or you're being fooled by someone else. So believe me, losses are extremely common in market, and the only thing is risk is to reward. If that is managed really well, if this kind of things happen, these days these fluctuations are happening often, very often. Like even last month it happened, even this month it happened. So these kind of patterns are happening. But last month I have exited the trade because the move was extremely volatile. I exited the entire market that day, and once IVs cooled down, I lost the trade entry again. So that's the reason I am not looking to exit immediately. I want to wait one more day, and I'm increasing the risk a little higher than last time because I want to see what the reward can be. So these are the few reasons why I don't want to immediately exit once I have fear. Because after fear, if you're seeing this huge crash, there was a huge crash till 263 and then it picked up. If you're looking here again, there might be the same crash because ultimately this is in a downtrend and it has hit the downtrend and it might not go above this zone. So that is one safe thing which it is acting as a safety net for us. So right now this has clearly shown this is a trend which can go down. So but where is the sustenance zone is also somewhere here, I would say. But today when I saw this, I was really amazed. Like the open positions which were there in if you see this one, DLF, next month, see this huge put options sold, amazing put options sold. There are no call options, but put options are amazingly sold at 400 zone. So this will be a good support region is what I am thinking. And again, there are this might be my options and my calls and my puts, but ultimately I have puts there. Again, there are this 430 region is an extreme good support right now. That is for for this expiry. This is the greatest support resistance. This is again, there are huge build-ups even happening at 420 zone. So ultimately I would say from 420 and 430 are the greatest resistance, and 400 here which I'm seeing is the greatest support for next month. So I am bullish only because of this, and also fundamentals wise I'm thinking it would be better, but results are coming up, so everything gets scary over time. Okay then guys, again too much noise from my side. I'll take leave. That's it for today. Bye.